Did you know that when you apply for term life insurance, you enter a process that's almost like an audition? You might think, why is it taking so long? Why do they ask so many questions? Well, my friends, welcome to the world of underwriting. This is where the insurance company decides if you get the all-important policy or not. But here's the twist. It's not just a yes or a no. It's about analyzing your life from every angle. Hi folks, I'm Shashank and we at Ditto Insurance aim to make you aware of ins and outs of health and term insurance. So if you'd like help selecting the right term or health plan or just understand how insurance works, then consider booking a free consultation with the link in the description. With the introduction out of the way, let's now understand how underwriting works. Well, underwriting is like the gatekeeper of the term insurance. It's the process where insurance companies assess how risky you are to insure. Think of it like this. If you were lending a friend a large sum of money, you'd want to know if they're likely to pay you back, right? Well, insurers want to know if there's a high chance they'll have to pay your claim and how soon. That's where underwriting comes in. So what exactly is underwriting? It's where insurers assess your risk of passing away during the term of your policy. Based on this, they decide if they'll approve your application, at what premium, or if they need to add some more conditions. Now, they gather a ton of information, medical history, lifestyle habits, financial details, and classify you into a different risk category. But it's not all paperwork. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. So let's break that down step by step. The process begins when you submit your application. This isn't just your name, age, and address. They want to know a lot more. Are you a smoker? Have you had any major surgeries? What's your job like? Is it a desk job or are you a stunt performer? And yes, they'll want to know your financial details as well, especially if you're going for a high coverage plan. Why financials, you might ask? Well, if you're asking for a cover of 2 crores or more, the insurer wants to ensure you actually need that much cover. They want to avoid situations where someone might be, let's say, overinsured. Next comes the dreaded medical exam. It's like when you went for your school physical, except this time they might do more than just checking your height and weight. Blood tests, urine tests, ECGs, and sometimes even treadmill tests. And if you have a history of certain conditions like diabetes or heart issues, there could be extra tests to understand how well you're managing them. But here's the good news. It's usually free because the insurer pays for this. They're just trying to make sure everything you said in your application matches up with your actual health. Now, insurers don't just stop at physical exam. They might ask for access to your medical history, looking for things like past hospitalization or chronic conditions. They also check for family history, things like diabetes, heart diseases, or cancer in family that could impact your risk level. And if you're wondering why all this matters, well, in India, lifestyle diseases are on the rise. That's why insurers are extra cautious, especially with conditions that run in families. Then comes in the lifestyle check. Smoking, alcohol, high-risk hobbies like skydiving or racing. Anything that could potentially increase the risk of an early claim. Did you know that if you're a smoker, your premiums could be 40% to 100% higher? It's because smoking increases the chances of diseases like cancer, heart conditions, and it makes you a risk to insure. For policies above 50 lakh, the insurer might ask for financial proofs like your income tax returns or salary slips as well. They just want to ensure that the coverage amount makes sense based on your income. After all, no one wants to insure someone for an amount way beyond their earnings. After collecting all this data, the underwriter decides your fate. Will they approve you at the standard premium or will they offer your coverage with a higher rate due to some risks? Sometimes they might exclude certain conditions from your coverage. And yes, in rare classes, they might even decline your application altogether. But don't panic, most applicants get through this process just fine. The extra scrutiny is usually for those applying for high-value policies or those with complex medical histories. And for those applying for policies over 5 crores, there's one more player: reinsurers. Insurers often work with global reinsurers to share the risk. So if your policy is huge, your application might take a little longer as the reinsurer does their own evaluation. At the end of the day, underwriting is what makes sure that when life throws a curveball, your loved ones have the safety net that they need. So next time you apply for term insurance, you will know what's happening behind the scenes and why it matters. Happy insurance hunting.